Yeah, I want to echo something that Jesse just said is it's nice to have you guys all under one roof and that you can see each other. When you look to the left, you look to the right, you look behind you, you look in front of you. You know what? It takes everybody in this room to make the HVAC department happen. So I want to make sure that you, say hi to your neighbor. If you've never seen somebody, make sure you just shake their hand. Say, nice to meet you. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for what you do. You know, we've got, we can do that. We'll give it a You know, we've got installers in here. Do you know? I mean, we've got some great leads in here that's been with us for a long time. We've got the helpers. We've got our installation crew, kind of the unsung heroes in here as well. Make sure you give them a shout out. Make sure you say hi to them, because they help with all the teams. So make sure you talk to them. Talk to the warranty guys in here, guys. Man, they take a lot of heat. They do take a lot of heat from our customers. So make sure you give them a shout and a thank you. So that they feel appreciated. So just want to make sure that we do that since we're all in one group. But as we move on to my topics today, I wanted to ask you guys, it's a question that we go into for 2026. And it kind of goes into the theme that I've been talking over the last couple of weeks. And that is what makes Abacus a premium company. You guys all know we work for a premium company, but what makes Abacus a premium company? And I won't make this a rhetorical question. I'd really like to know.
You go Geo.
Geo, what makes Abacus? Come on. A premium company. Major, what does that make a premium company?
We're the best.
We're the best.
First class.
First class.
We've been in the game a long time. We're not going to
We've been in the game a long time. I do repeat so everybody can hear for you. We've been in the game a long time. Yeah, we've been around a long time. What else makes us a premium company?
We have the best technician.
I love it, Monsieur. We do. I truly believe that. We have the best technicians.
And the managers.
Say again?
And the managers.
And the managers. Just keep them coming, Monsieur. Keep them coming. How about Sophiane? You always like to say something. What makes Abacus a premium company?
Because we take care of people and
I love that. We take care of people and we take care of ourselves. Because you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of people. I love that. I love how you phrase that. So, okay. I agree with every single thing that you guys said and anything that you may be thinking that you were afraid to say because this is a big group. Right? It's a big group of people. But I also want to say, you know what also makes us great? In addition to everything that you said? It's that right there. You can't doubt that right there. I've heard you guys say this over and over and over again. It's our culture. We have it right in our motto right there, which is you can count on us. There are over 2,000 plus, I've told, competitors here in Houston, and it is growing. And with that growing, what we need to do to continue to be a premium company is that we have to continue to elevate our culture. And it takes everyone in this room in order to elevate that culture. And from our dispatchers, our install coordinators, our service, our maintenance, our warranty, our IQ, install, service, sales, takes everyone in here to do that. And how we do that, no matter what department or what your job title is we go back to being that trusted advisor. Okay? The ... trusted advisor. And I'm just going to go over a few points for you today that I want you to ponder and think about, and it kind of mirrors or translates into the meeting that we had last week with the sales and service group. First and foremost, who a trusted advisor is. Okay, what a trust advisor does, and then our plan to make it happen immediately. You're right, it's not keep it up. Let's talk about who a trusted advisor is. And I have to say, we talked about it last week, and we talked about what a trusted advisor, does and the habits that they create, right? And then I had some people come up, actually I had several people come up to me throughout the week and like, I need you to talk to me more about the trusted advisor. So this is where we come into it. What are they? Well, remember last week, they're not the nice guy anymore. Okay, it's not just the nice guy. It's not the pushy sales guy either. The used car salesman or always be closing, the scripts, the hard closers. Not that anymore. It's both. It's combined with a twist. right? So there's trusted advisor. Remember, we guide. We've been talking about this all year long. We guide a customer. We educate the customer. We're there for the customer. We are just there to help them. That's what we talked about. What should we do as a closing statement? We're there to help provide solutions for them so they can be their own best judge of what we can do for them now or in the future. So we're just in the decision-making process partner with them. Someone the customer feels safe with. Okay? Because they can remember, they can go get information everywhere, like we talked about last week. Google, YouTube, Facebook groups. They've got the information. They need to know that the information they're getting from you is safe. So, in addition to that, as we stay on that, the three defining traits. The three defining traits. We talked about this last week. First off is the relationship building. We build the relationship with the customer because if they don't trust you and like you, they're not going to buy from you. You know this. Credibility. We have to show up capable, like an expert in our field. Because again, there's so many options that either you as a consumer or the consumer does to you, they go find the information. Right? So you have to be credible and capable in your field. And then direction. That's that confident closer we talked about last week. Is giving them helping them give them direction and making their decision process easy. You know, and this goes for everyone in the room. Installers, I'm talking about you too. You're the reason why they see the value. They trusted in the value from the selling tech, and then now they get to see the value of your craftsmanship. So it goes for everybody. I just want to remind you guys of that. So a trusted advisor isn't reactive, and what I haven't read there, it's you're not reactive, meaning you're the one that's creating the environment for them to make quality decisions, not cheap decisions, but the right decision. Let me repeat that again. If you're reacting, it's because you're reacting to how they are responding to you. Now, who's in control when that happens? Are you in control, or is the environment? The environment that you are in control. And you have to make that decision. You're the one who sets the pace. Be the relationship they're looking for, the trusted advisor. Make sure that you're capable as the expert and give them the direction they need to be a confident closer. Number 2, what a trusted advisor does. So we talked about what it is, what it does. We again talked about 3 habits. Habits are things that you do consistently every single job. That's how you win, is by being consistent and deliberate. You don't even have to be the smartest one in the room, guys. You don't even have to be the best person that as a sales guru in the room. You just got to be consistent and deliberate. I tell that to my kids all the time. I was like, you just show up, be on time, and just keep doing it. Just keep doing it every single day. You're going to beat 90% of the people out there just because you consistently show up every day. Same thing for a customer. You got to consistently show up by delivering great habits. We talked about this when we talked about if you fix the beginning, you fix the end. Meaning if you do a good start, a good warm-up, you know, how do you help a customer if you don't know the customer? Gotta know them. You know, when you're trying to make a good impression with your now girlfriend, your now wife or boyfriend or husband, whatever, what did you do? You tried to get to know them first. Are you doing that with every customer you walk in the home, or are you just racing through them like a repairman? Make sure we invest the time and do the things. Slow down and make the customer comfortable. Say things like, ... Walk me through what frustrates you about your system or about your comfort. Tell me about, this part of your home. We get hot and cold spots. How long have you lived here? What are the most important things about your home's environment that you want to talk about? And these are easy things. And that's not even getting into the things about their home decor, their pets, their children, their vacations, the holiday decorations that we spend our time in investing and then trusted advisors connect as people. So be human, be genuine with them before you get to doing your work. So, number 2, behavior. Is remember to ask questions. That's everybody in the room. And we want to ask smart questions. You're not going to just ask questions to get them to like you only. You're doing smart questions so that you can build trust with the customer. Again, if they trust you and they like you, they'll buy from you. If they don't trust you, but they do like you, they're not buying from you. So you want to ask good targeted questions. The average rep will ask just, what's the problem? Or go straight to the problem. They're not going to ask targeted questions. Targeted questions helps draw future objections. And so if you can start getting the future objections right from the beginning, when you get it at the end, you've already been working on it. So it's almost already closed before you get there. So that's how you do that. By targeting it, you get those future objections taken care of. And this is where you ask, well, where is the hot and cold spots? Where are they? Not if you have them. You have hot and cold spots? Customers don't even know sometimes what you're even talking about. You have places in your home that are uncomfortable. Too hot, too cold. Oh, well, I'm fine. I'm not buying anything. Oh, great. I'm not selling anything. I'm here to solve problems. And if I can't solve problems, if I don't get the information, right? So what does comfort mean to you? Just ask them. Get in their language. We're trying to extract their language and get them talking to, get them comfortable. Some things like what matters most to you. And ask about allergies. I threw that in there, and asthma, because this is a good time of year that we start talking about clean air. Our air treatment, because what are we doing more than we were doing here as we were in fall? We were outside more, but now we're coming indoors. And the more we stay indoors, well, we live in Houston, which is a great thing. But it also, I wrinkle my nose because we've got a lot of factories and refineries and chemical plants and smog. So people know that, may not be the best air. And so we want to have the best air in our homes. Let's make sure we're talking about those targeted questions. Gathering the information, building that rapport so that we can gain trust to gather information and move them forward. Now, number 3 habit, listen. Then you got to let the customer know to listen. Once you ask questions, don't talk too fast. I was talking to a customer yesterday that was 82 years old. I'm a fast talker. If you guys have really talked to me and sat with me, I talk fast. This 82-year-old couple, I had to physically I had to slow myself way down to talk to them. Speak to your customer. Speak their language. Don't talk too fast because that's what you do. Make it for them and slow down, right? And then, let them know. There's phrases. Take a picture of this. Tell them, what I hear you saying. This is what I heard. That lets the customer know that you really are listening, right? You guys, come on, let me play into this. There's only a few women in the room, but you guys, when you have your girlfriend or you have your wife, what's probably one of the biggest complaints that they have for you? You're just not listening. Yeah, I hear the mumbling in the room. Customers want that too. They just want to be heard. You know what? And I know you guys do too. You want to be heard. So behavior. This is the part I love the most, is this is where we get to educate. You're not here to sell them anything. You're here just to educate them. Everyone deserves to know the best and how to, give quality to their life, no matter what you might think that they need, whether they're living in a $150,000 home or a $2.5 million home. Everyone deserves the best. That's what we talk and pour into the 6 solutions. Take the time to talk about the solutions. I don't want to say options, but the solutions, so that they can be their own best judge of what they want for their life. You don't judge it for them. And this is what we do. We make it in simple language. That's what I try to do, is in meetings and in training, is to make it memorable for you guys. So you could take it to the home, turn around, and deliver it. You do the same thing. We talk to customers all the time whose spouse may not be there. So we want to make sure that they know it and they can justify their purchase to their spouse. Do it in simple language, like you're talking to a second grader. I don't mean that as talking down. I mean you educate to them as if there's science behind that you communicate on a second grade level. Customers actually then remember more of what you say. And the more they remember, the more they're bought in. Right? Use analogies. You guys have heard this. Use analogies. Again, they don't know HVAC. You guys have been doing this for years and years, and sometimes we find ourselves talking in a language that makes sense to us, and we forget our audience. So use analogies. You know, there was a book written 2,000 years ago that did stories and analogies so that it made sense to the people, that they could carry that with them forever and a day. You guys can take the same principles to the house and make it easy, simple, and digestible for them to make the decisions for themselves. The last behavior, number 5, is then recommend with confidence. We talked about the confidence closer, being confident with what you do. Right? The trusted advisor doesn't just present options. You're there to give them solutions. You're there to help them through the recommendations that you're giving them. So more of an educational piece today, right? More of a something that you can take right into the home today and create the behavior, but you have to be consistent with the behavior. And then you have to have confidence in yourself and ask for the business. You can't just give them the information and then forget to ask. And not be afraid of what they might say. That's it right there. Don't be afraid. Don't be ruled by fear. All right? It's just like Henry Ford said, if you think you can, if you think you can't, you're probably right. So just ask for the business. And then, I have one more slide, the last slide here. Not that one. I don't know what happened. It's all freaking out on me. So, the last one was just the number 3, which is the trusted, the number 3 of the being a trusted advisor, which is your transformative plan. Basically, which is make sure that you reach out to your management. Make sure that you reach out to somebody you know succeeds and start building the process. Start following the process. I just threw this up as a quick, there's actually 10 different points to this, and I was like, okay, we're not doing that today. So, but as a quick here, you know, we have to build instant trust. You have to build instant trust. You have to remember that you're showing up confident in your capability. They're trusting you. That's why they have you out as a technician, as the installer. And then you make sure that you set up your solutions and ask for the business confidently. That's how you do it. Don't make it harder than what it has to be. Don't make it harder. Because, as I end with, as you already saw the slide, we are advocates. Building that culture. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.